Hello again, everybody, and welcome to a new edition of CaneSport's Inside the Lines. Receivers coach Kevin Beard has one of the bigger challenges amongst Miami's coaches this season in that he's got several quality players now in his room that are going to be looking to eat in a big-time way. We're not just talking about lunch at McDonald's. We're talking about a buffet, a feast. They're looking to put up big resumes this season so that they can sell themselves to the National Football League. But we know the reality of the situation. It doesn't always work that way. Some guys are going to have bust-out games. Other guys are going to have games where they might just catch a pass or maybe not even any passes. It's going to be a big challenge for Beard to hold that room together. But there's one thing for certain. He has more quality there than he had last year, and that should bode well for the Miami offense. We had a chance to talk about all this with Kevin Beard, and we bring you that interview today. Hope you enjoy.
This receiver group, KB, it could be really interesting this year.
It really can. I think back to all the years that Miami was dominant. It's always been the perimeter that made it everything. You just go back and you could just call off the names. I see that. I see a little bit of that taking place now. And the main thing is keep the main thing the main thing. Get better every day. Take every rep like it's a championship rep. Do your best. Play through the whistle. Know your assignment. Execute at a high level. And everything will take care of itself.
So you got a nice mix of older guys and young guys. Restrepo has proven himself, obviously, in college football. Jacoby George has flashed. I'm sure you're hoping that you bring it all together this year with him. But then you bring in Sam Brown from Houston, a guy that, put up big numbers at Houston, that's shown a lot of dynamic abilities and explosiveness. How is that group coming together?
It's coming together really good. I would say the key word is competitive. Competitive nature of the room. It's easy for you to look side by side behind you. There's no room for error. And I'm not using it as a negative, like, oh, your ankle hurts? Okay, next. I'm not using it as that. I'm using it as motivation to say, like, you're going to give their rep up? And if you're hurt, you're hurt. And we all understand that part. But if you can go, you can go. And so that brings, when practice is like the game, then the game is fun.
Then you got young guys like JoJo coming in. You got Ray looking for a bigger role. There's only going to be so many footballs going around. You guys have improved this offense at running back. You got Arroyo back ready to do things at tight end. Lofton has showed great things. It's going to have to be spread around a little bit. Are these guys, prepared for that, you think?
I think they're getting prepared. I know everybody comes to Miami and they want to be the guy. And so with that being understood, you have to mentally prepare them for the process. And that's it's a part of the everyday process right now. If we want to win, as long as this season is, we need everybody. And we need everybody in practice to prepare for the game, and then we need guys to prepare the defense for their part of the game. So once everybody understands the dynamic and what their role is and how they fit in, then everybody's job is to get in where you fit in, and we'll have success at it if we all do that.
How big of a job is it going to be for you coaches collectively? You've wanted the depth to get to the point where it is here, but across the board, quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, offensive line, defensive line. As a collective coaching staff, how big a part of your job this year is going to be keeping these guys together and not letting self-goals, self-disappointments become an issue on this team?
Well, I think one of the main things is you got to talk about it. I think a lot of times people shy away from it because they don't want to make it into a big deal. I think when you talk about it and you get it out on the table and you show them, hey, Michigan had the most guys drafted in this last draft. How? Why? Because they won a national championship. That's it. People want winners. So whatever you have in your mind from an individual goal, if you set it aside and you make this about team and a brotherhood, everything is going to take care of itself. Now, that's me telling you this, but you got to trust it. You got to believe it. And if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. And so right now, the mindset is to have these conversations with whoever it is that have it some other way in their mind. You got to nip it in the bud right now. And it's got to be an everyday. If it has to be an everyday conversation, it has to be an everyday conversation, because you can't let those type of issues become major issues, and that's how things collapse.
Like in your room, everyone's not catching 6 passes every week.
Absolutely.
Now, different guys might catch 6 passes in different games, all of them might at some time.
And I would say this: you have to explain things in such a way. This is not a gimmick. I'm not trying to get over on you. I'm trying to show you, hey, this week was your week. Good job. You took advantage of the opportunities when you got them. Hey, over there, don't get mad. Tonight was his night. Right. Now the next team we're going to play, they're going to be trying to take him out. That's when it's your time to get it, to shine. And when your time to shine, you're going to want him to be happy for you like you was happy for him. And that's how it goes. So it's like one fall, we all fall. If you eat, we all eat. And I think that's the culture, that's the mindset that Coach Cristobal has been injecting into back into the program, because that's how it was when we were winning.
You know, Jacoby George, I know it's been one of your big off-season initiatives, projects, whatever you want to call it. When you talk to him, it seems to have come together. Like, he seems to get it. He understands how his mistakes were hurting the team in the past, and he's ready to pull it all together this year. Is that your viewpoint?
That's my viewpoint. At this point right now, his job is to be a professional. That's where he says he wants to go. That's not where I want. That's not where I'm saying he's going to be. He said that. So now he has to do the things to put himself in position. For him to say he wants to be a pro and then go out and act like not a pro, now you have nobody to blame but yourself. And so nobody wants to be to blame. And so now he has to start holding himself accountable and taking initiative to do things right every day, all day, and just be consistently consistent. I think that's his motto right now. His mindset is that, to come in here every day in practice, every day in the building, and be consistently consistent.
From the standpoint of an offensive staff, you guys have a lot of pieces that you now have to bring together into an offense. And I know that's Shannon's main responsibility, but how do you see all of these pieces? Martinez coming in at running back, Sam Brown coming in with what you have coming back, Arroyo reemerging. How do you see all these pieces coming together to form a winning offense?
I would say, don't try to do too much. Don't try to make it more than what it is. Take what the defense gives you, make your plays when the opportunities present themselves, and everything else will take care of itself. I think, in a nutshell, keep the main thing the main thing. And I think if we do that, if we can get the players to do that, I really do believe that this thing will come together like we want it to.
All right, KB. Well, we're looking forward to watching it, man. Great talking to you.
No doubt.